Good afternoon, I'm YINGZI FENG. I'm teacher. My part is revenue cycle, and I will talk about remedies and weakness of the system in Jungle Books. Firstly, the usage of online credit bureau prevents will lose potential customers. Of course, it prevents the appearance of bad debts, which will lead to the expense of the company, but also it prevents the revenue of the company from customer if the transaction succeeds. And it also loses customer satisfaction, put this group of customers to competitors. There is no complete solution to this weakness, but the better way is to put the names of this kind of customers on record and do not make transactions with them. And this can prohibit bad debits from the same person once again. Secondly, there are too many manual works in the system, which will cause wrong information and mistaken records, and lead to poor decision making. The system can be computerized to reduce manual error. By doing so, the inaccurate or invalid master data can be minimized. Moreover, each work can be checked by several employees to prohibit occurrence of error. Thirdly, a number of departments largely enhance the probability of the occurrence of error and the loss of files. To deal with that, the firm can get rid of some unnecessary departments. Employees from the departments abolished can be allocated or organized to existing departments to share their responsibilities, such as after-selling department, as I mentioned in problem 4. Therefore, the solution prevents files to be lost during the transaction between departments in some ways and enhance the accuracy of order. Fourthly, there is no after-sale service department in the firm Jungle Books, and this might not keep loyal customers or improve customer satisfaction. It is the easiest weakness to be improved. The firm can establish an after-sale service department which will focus on the performance of service. The employees from abolished departments can be allocated here. Therefore, the firm can get valuable recommendation or advice from customers to improve their performance and keep satisfaction of customers and their loyalty. Fifthly, disconnection of computers within the departments will make sales representatives hard to figure out which customers have bad credit. That will lead to a financial loss for the company. And poor inventory control, which means number of inventory cannot be justified quickly if without connection of computers. The remedy is to connect computers in the firm together during the departments and transfer electronic files. Just-in-time method can be used here to increase efficiency and reduce waste. And connected computers can also help just-in-time method to check the residual inventory and help the vendor to figure out when to supply in time. Last but not least, the processing payment from customers and cash collection is also a problem. Cash is easy to be stolen but hard to collect. So the discount can be provided to customers who pay first. The check should be signed, and therefore some fraud records and loss of cash can be avoided. Moreover, using passwords or user ID is better to monitor each clerk to initiate EFT transactions. So it comes to my partner.
Next, I'll introduce the weaknesses of expenditure cycle of Jungle Books. The first weakness, as we can see, is Jungle Books is suffering the out of the stock now, which is a result of poor inventory control, which may lead to the loss of sale, loss of customers in the future, and Jungle Books will make a loss. To solve this problem, firstly, Jungle Book should make sure that it has a accurate and current inventory records. The perpetual inventory method is recommended because it can provide Jungle Book's entire and detailed situation of inventory. Also, updated timely and accurately is necessary. The account of inventory is required periodically to make sure that the amount of inventory on hand is consistent with the amount of inventory recorded. It also should pay attention on its inventory management method. Just-in-time is recommended because it can greatly reduce Jungle Book's carrying costs. Also, books are updated quickly. Once new editions comes out, the old editions are hard to be sold without loss. The second weakness is that there is a lack of goods counting during the receiving procedures to make sure that the amount of inventory actually received is consistent with the amount showed on the purchase order and packing slips. If lack of these counting procedures, a potential wrong payment may occur to the extra inventories or inventories which are not ordered. To avoid these problems, the managers of Jungle Book should be responsible for the emphasizing of the importance of counting deliveries. Also, it can provide a reward to clerks who discover the discrepancy between the amounts. The third weakness is that Jungle Books are purchased at a discount, which means a potential poor quality, such as the lack of pages or wrong words or old editions, which means customers' orders cannot be satisfied. To avoid these problems, Jungle Book should make sure that it only purchases from the vendors who is listed on the supply proving list. The fourth weakness is that a potential of entry error, because there are lots of manual work which was being mentioned by my partner before. She also said that computerizing is necessary. Also, it's costly, but it also provides lots of benefits. For example, lots of inbuilt formula and tools can make the working process easier and increase the accuracy of records. The fifth weakness here is that the check signature of Jungle Books can be forged, which may indicate a potential fraud. To avoid this weakness, Jungle Book should make sure that the check only be signed by the specific trader. Also, the counter sign can be used to reduce the potential fraud because it required another independent review of expenditure. Because the check and the cashes are easily to be stolen, so Jungle Books can change its payment method to EFT, also mentioned by my partner, because it requires passwords and user IDs, which is easier to be used to monitor the clerks who initiate EFT transactions, and the transaction beyond a specific amount should be required a manager's approval. The last weakness of expenditure cycle is that Jungle Books discarded its invoice too soon after the payments. Normally the invoices are kept on hand for 3 to 7 years for another use. For example, like it can approve of payments, or it is also good for the tax preparation. As we discussed before, there are lots of weakness of Jungle Books, so it is necessary for it to recommend implementing our recommends and improve its systems. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.